Yo, what's up guys? Winky here and welcome to my Shorekeeper guide. In this video, we will cover everything about Shorekeeper, including her kit mechanics, skill rotations, weapons, echoes and stats, talent priority, and resonance chain. So, the way I prefer doing this, I like to cut the crap, just go straight to the point and present you guys with all the important information that you need to know. Now before we start, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I cover everything about Wuthering waves in this channel. Boss guides, character guides, top tier gameplay, latest news and updates, you know, things like that. And also, I'm on my way to my first 1000 subscribers. So, much appreciated if you guys can subscribe to help support the channel. Alright, without further ado, let's start with Shorekeeper's kit mechanics. This is what her normal attack and forte circuit looks like. I just want to show you guys real quick, but I'm skipping this part because these two mechanics are all about her personal damage only and provide no support value at all for your team. They are not that important to know in a real boss fight, so you guys can read it yourself if you want. Now let's just start with Shorekeeper's resonance skill, which heals your team instantly and summon 5 butterflies to attack. These 5 butterflies are totally irrelevant because you are using Shorekeeper for her buffs and support, not for her personal damage. Now what really matters is that not only you can use her resonance skill in mid-air, you can also follow up her resonance skill with a basic attack too, which is important because this allows you to regen her concerto energy quicker. Shorekeeper's resonance liberation is the main reason why we use her. Now, I'm not gonna insult your intelligence and read through the whole boring text, but I will break it down for you. So, basically, her liberation consists of 3 stellar realms. The first stellar realm, aka the outer stellar realm, only provides you with healing over time, no buff. When any of your characters trigger intro skill, it will evolve into the second stellar realm, aka the inner stellar realm, which will provide you with healing over time and crit rate buff up to 12.5%. Now, if any of your characters trigger intro skill again, it will evolve into the third and final form of stellar realm, aka the supernal stellar realm, which will provide you with healing over time, crit rate buff up to 12.5%, and crit damage buff up to 25%. So, in order to gain the full value of the crit rate and crit damage buffs, your Shorekeeper must have a total of 250% energy regen. And don't worry, this number is easier to achieve than you think, which I will show you guys later on in this video. Now let's move on to Shorekeeper's intro skill, which does the same thing as a resonance skill, instant heal and summon 5 butterflies to attack. However, if you have an active stellar realm when your Shorekeeper triggers her intro skill, the stellar realm along with all the crit buffs that it provides will end immediately. This means that you have to be careful when you are enjoying the crit buffs. You can still swap between your main DPS and your sub DPS, no problem. But you do not want to swap back to Shorekeeper too early, as you might accidentally trigger her intro skill and end the stellar realm buff. Alright, moving on. Shorekeeper's outro skill has 2 effects. The first effect gives you 15% damage increase for your whole team, which is the same as Verena. And the second effect boosts your anti-interruption capability, which means if you get staggered or knocked up for any reason, you can always dodge out of the animation immediately, which is nice. As for Shorekeeper's inherent skills, the first skill prevents your active character from dying once every 10 minutes in exchange for Shorekeeper's own HP, which is about the same as Verena. And the second skill increases both your Shorekeeper and Rover's energy regen by 10%. Alright, now that you know how her kit mechanics work, let's talk about Shorekeeper's skill rotation. You want to start off with Shorekeeper's resonance liberation first, followed by her resonance skill, followed by her basic attack until her concerto energy is full, and finally followed by her echo skill. After that, you want to swap to your sub DPS. This will trigger Shorekeeper's outro skill and your sub DPS intro skill. During this time, you will gain the crit rate buff, and whoever your sub DPS is, it should take about 4 or 5 seconds, tops, to gain full concerto energy. After that, you want to swap again to your main DPS. This will trigger your sub DPS outro skill and your main DPS intro skill. During this time, you will have both the crit rate buff and crit damage buff, so just go crazy with your main DPS. But please keep in mind though, because like I mentioned earlier, you can still swap between your main DPS and your sub DPS, but you do not want to swap back to Shorekeeper too early, as you might trigger her intro skill and end the crit buffs. You only want to swap back to Shorekeeper when her Resonance Liberation is about to end. After that, it's just rinse and repeat. Alright, let's move on to Shorekeeper's weapon. Obviously, her best in slot will be her signature 5 stars weapon, Stellar Symphony. It gives 77% energy regen at max level. If you have this weapon, you can easily achieve the 250% energy regen requirement without any energy regen substats on your echoes. At R1, it increases your HP by 12%, which means more healing and personal damage from Shorekeeper because her kit scales with her HP. Restore 8 concerto energy when casting Resonance Liberation, which is about the same effect as Variation. Increase attack by 14% for 30 seconds for your team when casting Resonance skill, which is why this is no doubt Shorekeeper's best weapon choice. Now her second best choice is the Variation, and her third best choice is the Craftable Rectifier 25. Both of these 4 stars weapons give you 51.8% energy regen at max level. These are your only 3 weapon choices for Shorekeeper, and I'm sorry, 3 stars rectifiers are not recommended because the energy regen is just way too low. In my opinion, using the Variation or the Craftable Rectifier 25 is good enough for Shorekeeper. Her signature weapon is not necessarily a must pull, and besides, it seems like kind of an overkill for a support anyway, you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on to Shorekeeper's echoes and stats priority. Her best echo set is the 5-piece Rejuvenating Glow set. The Moonlit set is not recommended even though it provides 10% energy regen, because the 15-second attack buff is just too short to synergize well with Shorekeeper's Resonance Liberation. And also, Shorekeeper's best main echo is only available in the Rejuvenating Glow set. I'm talking about the new 4-cost echo, Fallacy of No Return. It provides 10% energy regen for the user and 10% attack for the team for 20 seconds. Alternatively, you can also use the Bellborn Echo for Shorekeeper if you want. The difference is not that huge. As for your Echo main stats, you want to go for a healing bonus or HP percent for your 4-cost Echo, energy regen for both of your 3-cost Echoes, and HP percent for both of your 1-cost Echoes. If you have already exceeded 250% energy regen, you can also replace one of your 3-cost Echo for HP percent main stats. Now, if you have Shorekeeper's signature weapon, running double energy regen for your 3-cost Echoes alone already gives you a total of 241% energy regen without even looking at your Echo substats. You can get the remaining 10% energy regen from your Shorekeeper's inherent skill or Echo skill. However, if you are running Variation or the Craftable Rectifier 25, you will have a total of 236% energy regen, and you're gonna need 14% more energy regen from your Echo substats, which is not that hard to achieve at all. As for your Echo substats, you wanna prioritize energy regen first, then HP percent, flat HP, attack percent, flat attack. In case you are wondering, the attack substats are actually for your Verena, because chances are you will be sharing the same Rejuvenating Glow set with your Verena as well. Alright, let's move on to Shorekeeper's talent priority. The truth is that just like Verena, Shorekeeper's talent priority is not that important, because we don't really need to increase her personal healing or damage. She is only there to support your DPS, so you can simply just leave all her talents at level 1 or level 6 max, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't waste your weekly boss materials leveling up her talents past level 6. It is not worth it. Okay then, let's talk about Shorekeeper's Resonance Chain. Her S1 alone is already pretty damn strong if you ask me. S2 increases the attack of your team by 40%. S3 helps to regen her concerto energy quicker. S4 is useless to be honest. S5 strengthened her pulling effect, and finally S6 increased her personal DPS by a mount. If you are a low spender, Shorekeeper S1 or S2 will be the best stopping point for you. And last but not least, here is my final thoughts for you. If you are not able to achieve the 250% energy regen requirement for your Shorekeeper, it is not a big deal, alright? Having 240% or 220% or even 200% energy regen is totally fine, okay? Plus 1224 crit value is still very good. Plus 1122 crit value is still very good. Plus 1020 crit value is still very good. So don't sweat it too much if you didn't hit the 250% energy regen requirement. Alright guys, that's all for my Shorekeeper guide. If you enjoyed this video or find this guide helpful, please leave a like and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Let me know if you like my guide format this way. Is there anything I can do to improve? Are you pulling for Shorekeeper or not? Let me know in the comment. Also, subscribe to the channel. I have more Wuthering Waves content coming for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Winky out.